So yeah, sorry about the thumbnails. I have to make them. Um, Dan made a bunch ahead of time, but I don't have them for. Maybe I have the template somewhere and I'll find it. But yeah, I'm just uh, whipping them together now. Not bailing on you. No, Drew is finishing up something real quick. He just texted me. I'm not gonna wait for him if it takes more than 5-10 minutes. I hate to make you. Halftime is only so long, so I can't wait too long. I will probably stall for time to see if he has an opinion. I'll pull up some second half lines. Um, oh, he's texting me back. The dots are going right now. 3 minutes, I think he says. Yeah, I think he's finishing up the NBC pod. Cal, I can send you the link, but it's every time we've done a podcast with Cal, he is taking so long to set up. So I don't have time for that, obviously, at this point. Yeah, Drew just texted me. Let's look. Second half lines for the NFL. He just said, if you want to start solo and vamp, go for it. Buddy, I'm 3 steps ahead of you. Give me the lines. We have Los Angeles Rams are your slight half-point favorite in the second half. The total is 27. Money line is -121, plus 105 for the Lions. So if you think the Lions hold on, you can get a dog price on them. The total is high because we're looking at a couple teams that have been scoring. What do we get in the first half? 38 points. The Rams defense looks like hot shit right now. But no, that's actually a good thing. The opposite of hot shit, bad shit at this point. So I'll make a banner for this while we wait for so it is Rams -0.5. And the total is over 27. Willing to listen to any and all input for anyone that has anything on those particular lines. Andrew Dromolider. I don't know. I'm just getting texts from the people at home too. I was supposed to pick up ice cream, not following through on that. They don't realize I'm coming home this late. The Rams can't stop anything. I like their offense though. We might have to head over to my favorite place to bet second half team totals and kind of look at what we're going to get for them. Drew, and yes, if anyone did tail Drew's money line round robins, I don't know, did he do money lines or spreads? Because, either way, obviously it's looking good, but I'm going to head over to a little place we call Lovig and see what we have for a second half here. Team totals. Team totals are both at 13.5. The Rams being slight favored. We have some juice. Maybe we pick one of those. I don't have a straight up answer for that. If somebody wants to tell me which team total they like, who's more likely to get to 14 in this one? The defenses aren't stopping shit. Yeah, it was the Dogs plus KC. He didn't believe in the Dolphins, which great job, God bless him. But man, the Packers money line. It was nice that he got Packers money line. I still was able to get a Dallas team total home with the absolute garbage there. Plus a prize picks thing. Nicely done. So yeah, at that dog price, I can get over 13.5 on the Lions at -110. I think they both get to 14, but I'm going to take the cheaper one. I still think this over might be a touch low. I thought we'd see a 28. It is getting slight action to the over. Lions, actually the Rams are taking a little money in the second half, so we could end up. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with it. I think Drew's 3 minutes are a lot like my wife's 3 minutes. I'll be ready in 3 minutes, honey. All right, we're going to write this out. Second half play, Lions, team total over 13.5. Hey, you probably have legal books. You probably have some other places to look. Maybe go look at one of those places and see if you have a better price than this. You might have a 13. I wouldn't pay like minus 120, minus 125 for a 13, but I would definitely, see if there's something else. If you can get a flat 13 for minus 110, obviously take a look at that. Over in the third quarter, says Adam Taylor. Yeah. And I think if the Rams scoring does pick up, it just probably helps us bet as much because we're getting the Lions the ball right back and the Rams defense. I'm not sure what the adjustment for the Rams defense is at this point. So it's gonna be awful tricky for either of these teams to stop anything if Sean McVay decides to be a little more of a man in the second half. 3 minutes at the end of a basketball game when both teams have timeouts. I don't know what that even means. I think the chat's going a little too fast here. So, yeah, Linos team total. Catching shit from my 12-year-old daughter. I was supposed to bring ice cream home. It is so cold. These girls want ice cream. Las Vegas Chris has released over to the clients. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to tell people that, but Thailand Sports Better said so. Peabody likes the Lions. Did anyone? I don't have a Telegram open. Did we end up getting anything from our friend Barry Horse? Triggered. What? Because you're it's late, food snob. I can't imagine what time it is in France / wherever you are. Yeah, Drew said 3 more minutes. Nothing from Barry Horse. Yeah, Drew's 3 minutes was at 8:30. That was 6 minutes ago. Ice cream does work at any temp. It is 75 degrees in my house, so I'm fine with that. Yeah. Oh, Food Snob had an alt Packers minus 4.5 parlayed with just like I think it was Jordan Love over 325. Good price, 45 to 1. Didn't quite get there. Barry passed. Oh. RIP. I'll have to I don't know. I haven't bet any Australian Open yet. I'm going to talk to Drew and my other friend who likes tennis a lot, Kelly, and some of the other tennis guys, figure out what to bet in that one. How was golf? Golf was okay. Some of my matchups did well, some didn't. I was happy I bet the almost champion in Betty Ann to beat Siwoo Kim, who was the champion last year. So that one got there. That was the free one in the newsletter. Stafford and Goff, anytime turnover props are live. Yeah, even on that touchdown to was that Atwell, or I'm trying to think who the really tight throw that he made down there. That one really, really looked like an interception. Yeah, poor Benny Ann, sorry. Keegan, sorry. If you're a Keegan fan, if you live up in the Pacific Northwest, up in the New England area, has this guy been asking for the Discord link for like a month now? Somebody help him. I can't post it in the chat here. So somebody's going to have to help out Liggett if somebody can guide him. I just talked to Drew previously before he has ghosted me on this one. And I was talking to, anyone know Link Calhoun? I think Link Calhoun's coming too. So I'm looking at flights tonight. I'm almost certainly going to be down at the Waste Management for like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, like that.
Awesome.
The vibes, and maybe they'll be different this year because there's no Super Bowl in the town, but it's still a tournament where 600,000 people go.
The most watched tournament of the year, right?
Yeah, it's so fun. The vibes are up here, Old Town Scottsdale, up here, everything. Phoenix proper. We had fun. The little VRBO was nice. The area was cool. The bars were hopping. We sang some karaoke. We met some friends.
Really fun time.
Got pulled over in an Uber at one point.
Yeah,
that happened.
Do not drink and drive. Uber. All right. First of all, apologies. I'm late. Apologies to Andy. Apologies to the listeners. I'm sure Andy did a good job of recapping things for you. Looks like you're playing the Linos team total over, which isn't crazy because the Linos. I mean the Ramathorn defense has been.
Yeah.
Where are they? Are they going to show up at any point here? It's very reminiscent of what we saw from the Cowboys, where it's literally like, are they even? waiting to call the good plays. What are we doing, guys? Very, very strange that the Rams defense is doing nothing, but the Lions have so many ways to attack you. So I'm with you there.
Can I posit a theory?
Hit it.
Raheem Morris may not be totally focused on this game. He's been
crazy.
He's been targeted as a candidate for,
I have two other theories that I want your opinion on. You ready?
They just have shitty players.
Well, no. This has nothing to do with the Rams, but it actually kind of does, actually. So here's two other theories. One is the Rams were preparing for an offense without Sam Laporta. Surprise! He's available and he's playing great.
Does not look injured.
And also, number two, the Lions prepared for a game without Sam Laporta, so they put a bunch of good stuff in there for the other players, and then they've added Sam Laporta back into the mix at the last minute. And so they can go to that too. So they're even more multiple than normal.
What if we don't have Laporta? Are we going to have to lean on Reynolds a bunch? And they ended up leaning on Reynolds a bunch, apparently.
Yeah. Also, Goff is playing very, 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 very effectively because the pass pro has been superlative so far. Because that's what happens when you have a good, good offensive line at home. Which, by the way, if the Lions do end up winning this game, I mean, we're punching their ticket right to the NFC Championship game. Like. They're not losing to the winner of Bucks Rams, are they? I mean Bucks Eagles, are they?
I don't know, maybe. We'll see.
Oh, come on.
Well, I mean, I've seen some really good Bucks teams during the season. If Baker is 100% and if they get through this next one and Baker, plays well and he's back to health, that's not a great matchup for their defense.
Okay, interesting. Oh, you have a
nice favorite there.
You have a little different opinion there then. Okay, interesting. Do you think that between the two dogs, you're more inclined to take Bucks or Eagles than you would be to take Packers then?
Oh no, I mean I'd take the Packers. Well, I mean it's all price dependent. Let's see what do you make
numbers on Packers, right? They're like 9.5, 10-point dogs. That doesn't sound right.
No, it's like they wanted to open it above the teaser zone and they probably shouldn't have. I'd make Detroit a 6-point favorite at home against Tampa right now.
Okay.
6.2.
Okay.
Yeah, the Eagles getting healthy on secondary is probably big. We'll see. Slay. So it's like, we're getting Slay back, and that's a big name, and he's been a good player over the years, but I haven't seen a good Slay for a while.
It has been a while.
He has not slayed Queen.
Slay. You know who else we haven't seen playing well in a while? Mrs. Marketa Vondrusova. 6'1", 6'2" for Yastremska against Vondrusova in round one. PU. How did she win freaking Wimbledon, man?
To Diana.
What the hell?
Basically to it.
I think is where I'm at this moment.
What was your survivor picks?
I had Zachary and Clara Burrell in round one.
There you go.
Burrell's playing, I think, somebody bad. I don't remember who. It might not be till tomorrow. Let me take a look.
Crunchick.
Oh yeah,
Krunic.
If
I never know how to say.
She's the one that looks like the child, like a love child of Putin.
Oh, Putin's kid.
It's
not like she looks like it. She's for sure Putin's.
She is Putin's love child.
You can't look like that and not be.
Yeah, Samsonova was pretty shitty. She was. All right, that was predictable though. It is ironic that Amanda Anisimova, her nickname is Double A. And that could not be a more misleading nickname. It's quite the ironic nickname. Quite ironic.
Yeah.
Anyway,
if she were to pull out with a back injury,
then yes, that would be less ironic. That would be more predictable.
I did hear comment made me laugh. The hat tip to Simona Halep.
Yes,
great champion, Simona Halep. Jesus,
yes.
I didn't know you were going to hit me with that. talking tennis. So you want to talk openers then, or I don't know, any thoughts on tomorrow's games that you haven't brought up that based on injury or news or anything?
AJ Brown is out, but nobody seems to want to bet the Bucks. What the fuck? Like,
yeah,
I'm surprised that number is still available. AJ Brown matters a lot, and it was expected he was in. What is going on? What do you make of that?
Yeah, I wonder about that under. I thought that might drop a little more.
I did too. What is happening?
I thought that might drop. So, like, I think Bucks. I'm not advocating for like a teaser, but if you did like Bucks money line parlayed with the under for places that you do that, don't hate that. Bucks winning this 20-10.
Fucking Rams. Eagles, why do you take? Why would you take a timeout at 3rd and 11? Like, what are we doing, guys?
Yeah, I think that is some of the concern is Baker's injury status. I think there's some very worried folks about him.
He looked fine. Didn't you see him? The clips of him throwing the ball with the Zin in his pocket. Hey, he looks good.
Zinsanity.
Yeah. He's gonna be home. The weather looks
flag
fun.
On that. We're not throwing flags. Okay. I never know. Like I don't know if we're gonna throw flags or
not. That was a very, very poor sequence from the Rams, both taking the timeout and then not getting any kind of friendly call there. I think the Rams are.
You would lean right now. The only other one we have on the board is Packers Niners. So 9.5, 50.5. Obviously, dog and over would be the lean. But I don't know. Thoughts on? Jesus, I get close to that punt. Thoughts on the Packers doing it again against a better team?
I think they can. Well,
it's not that. I don't know. Compare the secondaries.
I mean, look, man,
that much better.
Like, I'm old enough to remember believing in the Packers after they looked really good, and then they just absolutely just took a dump on the field against the Bucks. Right? Like Joe Barry's defense. I'm old enough to remember Joe Barry's defense is not good and not trustworthy. But I do think this was this, and this is the second time today I've really had trouble kind of synthesizing this, but I think this was bad for the divisional round for the Niners, but good for ultimately the championship equity for the Niners.
Sure.
Right? Like, not having to face the Cowboys in an NFC championship game is good for them if they get to the NFC. If they're hosting the NFC championship game against the winner of Lions, Eagles, Lions, Bucks, right? But I don't think playing Green Bay is good. Because Green Bay's offense has a higher ceiling.
Jair finally got hurt in a game. I think his last 2 injuries were like during practice, but that's not great. This Packers defense is still pretty rough. So Packers in the over, probably correlated. Patrick says would agree. The Packers are not going to win this in a low scoring game. If the Packers keep it, they've probably got to get to 20, 21, 24 points to manage a cover in this one.
It would be a bit of a karmic closing of the loop. If the
closing loops?
It would be a bit of a karmic closing of the loop if the Packers went at San Francisco and knocked out the 1 seed after what happened 2 years ago.
Alex says, the Cowboys also fucking suck. Yeah, there is that. Like Alex, you raise an interesting point. They lost the Paper Tiger Bowl to the Dolphins. I guess I don't know why I didn't just bet that over.
Sure.
I was a little worried about Love in his first, action.
Yeah, me too.
Apparently, maybe that's not an angle anymore. After what we saw Love and Stroud do, I don't know if first game and last year we saw Jesus. I mean, Tua shit the bed, but Tua sucks. We saw Skylar Moore. Skylar Moore, is that right? Is that even the right name?
Yeah.
Skylar Thompson?
You're talking about Skylar Thompson.
Yeah. Skylar Moore.
Skylar Thompson.
Sky Moore. That's what I'm trying to say. Skylar Thompson goes out and covers a number. Maybe people aren't scared to be in the playoffs anymore.
Yeah, Tyler Huntley should have if he breaks the plane instead of fumbling.
Yeah, I didn't believe in Love as much as I had thought, so I just wanted to isolate the Cowboys being able to score. Jesus, Jesus, the Packers gave it to him. So
seriously, that was incredible.
Your thoughts on McCarthy? Does he survive the fortnight?
I doubt it.
It feels like if they would have looked good and it's just like Love was too good and nipped him in the end, it's one thing. But I mean, they got beat 8 ways from Sunday. Yeah. I mean, it was just a good old fashioned ass whooping. Yeah. Almost all the Dallas points came in such a low win probability.
Yeah. I feel like a playoff game where you have multiple zoom ins on Jerry Jones' reactions is probably highly correlated with the Cowboys coach getting fired. Right? Like, yeah, it's not a good sign. Bad drop by Josh Reynolds.
Look at my Patrick. Remember
the Rams defense can go.
Remember this song?
Fuck. Good Lord. The Rams defense, man. Go hit the showers. Go hit the showers, boys. You're not needed tonight. You're not you don't got it tonight. Short pass for 30 yards. Wonderful. Yeah, I
don't know. What's the plan if you get rid of McCarthy at this juncture? It's not like he's been there that long. This isn't like, oh, we need a change in culture here. Like, or it's time to move on from Vrabel, Belichick, whomever. Like, what's the plan? Because it doesn't sound like there's actually a realistic chance of getting Bill. I don't think Harbaugh ends up anywhere but.
Why do you say there isn't a realistic chance? I think he's probably.
There's been a couple of.
There's probably a pay thing.
There's been a couple of
taking a bunch of players out of a bunch of teams out of contention, right?
Yeah, there's been a couple nuggets about that fit not being a thing. And I don't know why Bill would want it. Why would Bill want to go work for a more pain in the ass owner?
It's a great question.
Like, if I'm Bill and I take that job, I want to see Jerry's health records. I want to know he has like a year to live or something. Otherwise, I can't be going there. I don't know if Bill's so old. Can you imagine dealing with this shit?
Oh. I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown they can't defend him. This is a brutal way to see the Rams get just bounced here.
I know it's a fun team too.
The Lions are fun too. Glad that there's some success in Michigan for first time in a while. Whatever. All right, man.
We don't have any other lines. We
no
have
other games.
Lines, that's it.
Are you surprised there wasn't a bigger adjustment to the Bills total after they moved the game and the Bills side? Why wasn't that a bigger adjustment? Why wasn't there any adjustment made? Is it going to still snow tomorrow?
So it's up to 38. And the weather is still going to be shitty. I think the wind might be less, but it's still just like snowing.
Rams finally bringing pressure at long last. Good.
There you go.
All right, sorry. I need to react less to this game. Honestly, like at this point, like it's been like today's result that we have in the books, Green Bay win, was fucking awesome. It was awesome. That was just an awesome win. Last night's Chiefs win was huge. Last night's second half under. I overstaked that. I was not sober when we were doing last night's podcast.
That got a little squirrely towards the end. I was a little worried about them getting a garbage touchdown.
I think I don't need to be greedy and get my round robin all the way home. Like if the Rams, like I have high, huge futures in the Rams that would be cool if they could advance, but if it's not in the cards, it's not in the cards. We'll see.
You can't win them all. It would be nice.
Yeah.
I think the Rams have a chip chair and a chance here. They have a couple of good receivers as well. I think we can get things going. They haven't even gotten that much out of Cup yet.
If you are final question for you. Big one. Ready? And also, by the way, hilarious to me that the NFL stole Martin Luther King Day from the NBA after stealing Christmas from the NBA this year. they did it twice. They did it to him twice.
Take all your holidays.
You're gonna take all your holidays. Sorry,
they're gonna move the draft to game one.
Of
the NBA.
Actually,
finals.
the combine.
We're doing it in June now.
Actually, you know what? Let's put the combine in Indy where the All-Star game is.
Yes.
Oh wait, it's in Indy. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Oops. All right. Hey, no. The last question I have for you: if you are Lamar Jackson and Jim Harbaugh sitting down and watching Bills Steelers, outside of an injury, what are you cheering for in that game?
An injury, like to everyone.
Outside of an injury.
No, I mean you're cheering for weather. I mean you're cheering for the bad weather because it makes it more likely that the Steelers sneak out a win. And
you want the Steelers to come to you and knock the Bills out of the playoffs, as opposed to
giving you the easy. And nothing's easy, nothing's guaranteed, especially how we've seen Baltimore perform in the playoffs the last few years. But I mean, obviously, you want the 7th seed. I'd way rather have that, and I'd take my chances with Mason Rudolph, I guess, against my defense with time to rest.
Okay, you don't.
You're familiar with prepping for.
You don't want the Bills and the Chiefs to have to fight to the death and take on the whoever limps out of that.
So then let's say we win that. That leaves our 2 seed out. So then you're looking at Buffalo.
The Chiefs taking on the Texans.
Chiefs host Texans. I don't know, like the way the Texans played. I mean, you're going to have to face one of those teams. And right now, Kansas City, Houston, and Buffalo probably aren't that different.
Okay. Okay.
So you're going to have to face one of them.
Okay.
And in this scenario, you only have to face one and not 2.
Good point.
I'd rather take.
You're cheering for the Steelers. You're cheering for the Steelers, even though there's no love lost and you throw out the records.
Yeah, if you can't beat the Steelers at home in 2 weeks,
which you could in a couple weeks ago, but yeah,
what chance would you have against beating the Bills and Chiefs in rapid succession?
Okay, that's fair. I get it. I think that you're probably right, and I think. I mean, I'll be cheering for the Steelers for lots of reasons, obviously. But
at least to keep it within 10 guys, for morale.
Right.
I don't know. Yep. I'm going to get up, look a little closer at the weather. And so if it's not that windy, there will be more passing than we think.
Yep.
We saw more passing than we thought in the Kansas City game. Kansas City probably should have scored 40 points.
They should.
That game probably should have gone over.
That's right.
I think if unless the wind is really bad, I think you'll see a lot more throwing in that snow game than we probably expect. One Aussie pick. You got one Aussie pick for the people for tomorrow?
Taylor Townsend.
TT.
I don't know why that came off the top of my head, but I have some Townsend to win. Noskova. She's already home. Sorry, that one's already done.
She takes on Badosa. Are you sure you want to bet that?
Townsend, yeah.
Spread.
I'm going. No. I'm going Townsend straight up against Badosa. We're taking on Badosa. Yeah, over in the Garcia Osaka match. I kind of wanted to bet against but I don't know who the hell Staro Dubsteva. What Dubsteva? Never heard of that person, so not going to bet against Hans yet. But Hans' fate is on. It's on hold. Nothing else obvious on tonight's card. Oh, Echeverry Murray is going to be a good one. I like obviously the over there. That's going to be a 5-setter.
What's that? 41?
Yeah, I think I got 40.5 on that. But let me take a look.
I like Murray overs. That guy doesn't have a quit bone in his body.
No, he does not. He is a battle to the death. Sir Andy Murray battles to the death. There was somebody asked about NBA tomorrow. Hold on a second. Let me pull up numbers.
One of my first bigger wins was tailing you on some Andy Murray in Rio de Janeiro.
Oh, how about that?
Not the clay court tournament. The Olympics.
Oh, yes. Mr. Murray won gold.
Yeah.
Yes.
3-1.
Sorry. Mr. Murray, Sir Murray, my God,
Sir Murray, you talked
gold.
to. I bet some exactas and stuff as far as like exact set scores. And stuff.
Juan Martín Del Potro.
Yes,
incredible. 3-1. He won 3-1.
Really good match too.
I had 3-1 in that final. Incredible match.
We took the exacta.
Yes, yeah.
The crowd. There was people getting kicked out of the crowd because they were too rowdy.
That was great.
It was a really good match. Hardcore in Rio.
Okay, I got a lot tomorrow. Okay, buckle up for NBA. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. There's 3 that are massive. 3 big ones. 3 big boys.
Oh, buddy. I have no fucking clue what you're gonna bet. Dallas.
Yeah.
As a dog.
Dallas can pound sand. No interest in Dallas. I got Brooklyn -2. I got Cleveland -3.5. And I got Philly -7.
Number one answer on the board. Philly -7.
Yep.
Well, let's hope they don't do something silly. I mean, Embiid just rested, right? He's got to be in.
He's fresh.
You get So everyone
bitches. You only get to celebrate Martin Luther King Day once a year.
Yeah. Did he just leave on that note? I think Drew's. Yeah, look at that. Not only the Gophers are not only winning. I'm wearing a Gophers basketball shirt.
I have no idea why StreamYard ejected me.
I love this little Gopher. I'm full on like a Minnesota fan now. I got the Vikings thing. I got some Twins gear. I got the Wolves thing. Yeah, you said Martin Luther King Day, and then you just left.
Boom.
Boom.
All right, you guys ready?